I talk to myself every night and I tell them, hey, you're healthy. You need to be healthy. You know how to train yourself, how to heal yourself.
We are neither nutritionists or medical providers. The topics discussed on this show are from our own research and experiences. Please consult your medical provider before attempting anything discussed on this show.
Welcome to another episode of
Sjogren Strong. My name is Lupe.
And this is Brian.
And today we have a guest. I want to introduce you to Lorena. She was recently diagnosed with Sjogrens, and she actually reached out to us via Instagram a couple of days after she was diagnosed with a few questions. So I want to introduce you to Lorena.
Hey there, guys.
How are you?
I feel so glad to be here. I'm so happy. I apologize about my English if I say something wrong or my native language is Spanish. I'm from Colombia, so I apologize for now. But I'm so happy to be here.
That's okay. No need to apologize. We appreciate you agreeing to be on the show. So thank you very much.
Okay.
We're really excited to have you on the show because being newly diagnosed in a country that we're not familiar with, we think that there's an opportunity to learn from each other here as well through the diagnosis process.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited to tell my history because, I feel so young to have Sjogren, but you don't need to be old or young to have Sjogren. So I'm excited to tell my history to you guys and all people.
That's correct. So when were you diagnosed?
Well, I was diagnosed on August, but I felt the symptoms like 1 year ago. I started to feel extreme fatigue more than a year ago, like in October of 2018.
Uh-huh.
My legs hurt me all the time. It was not tiredness. It was fatigue. It was fatigue. It's different. And I remember thinking about, this is happening to me. I'm just 22 or 23 years old. I'm still young. I can be tired all the time, but I am. So, okay. I stopped to go out with my friends because I just wanted to be on my bed, resting or sleeping or just lay down on my bed. But I didn't anything about it. Honestly, I thought that it was normal because I was getting old, but I was just 22 years old.
I
was getting old.
You're barely 22. No way you're old.
You're a baby.
Yeah, I know, but I thought that I was looking for a explanation or a reason about my fatigue.
Your main complaint was fatigue.
Fatigue, and I always was in pain. My legs killed me all the time. Like since I woke up until I went to bed, my legs hurt me.
Your legs, like the bone.
The bones, my bones hurt me, and my muscles. It's like it was part of me. My days, it was normal to me, like be tired or feel my legs like heavy.
Correct. Yeah. And what about your eyes? Were your eyes dry?
Yeah, no, that's the funny thing because I have always had dry mouth, and I just realized now because I don't know how it feels like to have your mouth moisture, but I now realize I don't have saliva now. But until January, I didn't have eye dry before this year, just dry mouth. And another thing I remember I had was vaginal dryness. That was really hard, but it was part of me too. I couldn't do exercise, so I didn't have energy to do exercise. But until January of this year, I had a laser surgery to myopia. I couldn't see from far away.
Okay, your eyes.
So that was, my eyes was good. I mean, I thought that they were good. But until January of this year, I had a laser surgery.
Laser,
Yeah, and this was my breaking point because, oh my God, no, that was the worst thing ever. I started to feel dry eyes until the point I couldn't spend more than 5 minutes without eye drop. They put me eye drop on my eyes, and I remember being so sad, and my boyfriend asking me if this was ever going to stop, and I answered him, I don't know what is happening. I hope I can find like something or the reason, but I don't know. So I was blaming to the surgery.
Yes,
about this.
You had laser surgery in your eyes.
Yeah. On January of this year.
And that's when you started feeling the symptoms.
I started with dry eye after the surgery.
Okay.
Yeah. But I never saw like the relation of be tired or be fatigued or the painful of dry mouth or vaginal dryness. Anything of this, I never saw the relation. So my ophthalmologist, he prescribed me different eye drops every month because I went every month. But on July, 6 months later, he told me, this is not normal. You need to go with a rheumatologist. He thought was something with collagen. So I started to look for doctors covered by my health insurance, and I found one who has been recommended to me. He ordered blood and urine tests, and all I knew was that everything except my vitamin D and B12 levels went well. But he knew that my dry eyes was extreme, and he did the gland biopsy of my mouth after. And this is when we discovered I have Sjogren. So when I went to his office and he read the results, he just told me, you have Sjogren, your body is attacking yourself, you have to take this medicine for 3 months for now, but before you have to do these exams of your eyes to make sure they are strong enough to take the medicine. And that's what this was all. He didn't explain me anything about Sjogren. My medical appointment just took 5 minutes of my time. 5 minutes.
Wow.
And of course, as I jumped on the internet to read all about Sjogren, to see images, testimonials, and I said, oh my God, I'm going to die young. My quality of life is going down, going to the trash. And this is where I found you guys on internet and Instagram.
Yay!
And we start talking, and I found Lupe. And I said, oh my God, I found a lie. Because I felt so alone. I don't know anyone with Sjogren in my country. And I found you guys, I found Lupe. And you gave me a lot of advice. And especially, I remember you told me about food and eating healthy food. A few days later, I found another rheumatologist, and he explained me everything about Sjogren. He took his time. He ordered vitamins such as B12 in shots and vitamin D I'm taking currently, and he is my doctor currently. I have control with him every month for now. And then I started to research about Sjogren in social networks, and I found that almost all autoimmune disease inflames your body, and that is what causes the pain. And I remember my cousin, she has lupus, and she lives there in USA, and she stopped taking steroids thanks to the food. And I was thinking, oh my God, this is kind of impossible to me or very difficult. But now I'm here. I have my own Instagram. I post all my healthy foods. And now I can say I feel so great since I'm eating healthy. And of course, I'm doing all the advices that you and doctor and I read on internet. So I read and I research every day of my life about anti-inflammatory foods. I buy foods in organic markets, and that's it. My history.
So you were diagnosed, and then the doctor spent like 5 minutes with you. That's it.
Just 5 minutes. My first doctor.
And then you started looking on the internet, and that's when you found our Instagram page.
Yeah, I found Sjogren Strong.
Yay, Sjogren Strong. You know what? That's why we created the page, because I've had Sjogrens for 10 years. I was so scared, just like you. I didn't know anything about it. The only difference is that I had a good doctor. You know, he explained everything to me. But yeah, I'm glad that we connected. So after I gave you a little bit of advice about the food, because I think it's probably 80% food. When you changed your diet, that's when you started noticing the difference of how you felt.
Yeah, that's right. I changed all my dieting because I ate sugar every day of my life, and I ate processed food, dairy. So now it's totally different. I feel great. Of course, I have to take supplements. I posted my supplements or my Insta. My medicine, I take daily, and I do exercise sometimes, because honestly, I don't do exercise every day because I still feel tired some days. But I feel really great. My legs are not painful anymore. And I'm becoming like kind of a health coaching of like food coaching.
Are you a chef? Do you like cooking, or how did you start? You just started doing some research on food for anti-inflammatory?
I didn't cook like every day, but now I do. I have to because, well, my diet. So I start to research about anti-inflammatory food, and I start with the basic, with turmeric, with ginger, pepper, and organic food. So I started just putting or adding turmeric in all my food. I eat organic eggs, and I eat chicken and fish because we need a lot of omega-3. So I add turmeric. That's how I started. But now I know about vitamins. I know what food has vitamin A or vitamin C, because we need to switch the food to confuse the cells. So I'm trying to get in my breakfast vitamin C, because we need vitamin C, especially now because it's winter there and here it's raining time. And supplements, I need to find like the mix of vitamins and minerals in the vitamins. So every food I buy from the market, I Googled the vitamins, minerals they have, and I look the recipe on internet, and I cook it.
I'm asking if you can teach Lupe how to cook.
Lupe, you don't cook?
You know what? You know what? No? He loves cooking, so I am not going to take that from him.
Well, I'm learning to cook with all these. I didn't cook before, so I'm trying. It's funny because I enjoy doing this thing. When I cook any dish, I take a picture, I post it. It's funny. Every morning when I wake up, I drink a green juice. you can add all the greens you have in your fridge with water, and I add maca power or ginger power or guarana, because guarana is a good source of energy. Guarana power. I don't know if you guys have guarana, because I think this is one of the advantage, because Colombia is still like, we have a lot of farmers here, not like United States, because I can find still like organic, really, really organic food, and I can go to the farmers and get it. Yeah, with no GMO. I don't eat GMO. I don't eat gluten. I don't eat sugar. I don't eat dairy, no alcohol, no caffeine. And all this food is super easy find here, because I know I have been in America a lot of times, and it's too hard because all the food has GMO, has gluten, sugar. It's kind of hard, like cooking healthy there.
Actually, this morning or yesterday, I was looking at your recipes, and I remember and yes, they look really good. And I remember telling Brian, how can we find the ingredients that you post? I've never seen them here in America. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Which one?
It might be a little tough, but I'm sure we can find something similar enough to replicate a texture, or
maybe we just need to do some research and find out what the English translation is to the ingredients that she's using.
You have stevia for sugar for add sugar, sweet something, yeah. But we have panela. I don't know if you guys know the panela. It's an unraffinate sugar, which is healthy, because we can eat refined sugar. So I add panela or honey, for example.
Yeah, it might be a little tough for us to replicate your recipes completely, but the food does look really good.
Yeah, it's really good, and it's yummy. I mean, I thought the healthy food was like, because it's always green and unsweeted, but no, it's yummy. It's delicious. Just I need to read a lot about recipes. Actually, I made a smoothie today. I don't know if you guys saw on my Insta.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, with turmeric, mango, banana, and what's delicious.
You know, I started putting turmeric in my shakes.
You didn't use the turmeric?
Somebody told me about it a few weeks ago. I think before I met you. Somebody told me about it, and so I started adding that to my morning shake. And I don't know, it's hard to say, but I think it helps because it helps with inflammation.
Yeah. Okay. All the food I post have anti-inflammatory properties. It's anti-inflammatory. The ginger, the turmeric, the fish, the almond, maca, or every post or every meal I post it's anti-inflammatory food, because I took from anti-inflammatory websites or Insta or Facebook. So I read before about the ingredients or the characteristics to be anti-inflammatory. So if it doesn't, it is not anti-inflammatory food, I don't cook it.
How do you feel ever since you changed your diet? How has that changed the way you feel?
Well, I mean, I feel really great, because 2 months, or I think 1 month and a half, I was tired all the time. I had under control my eye dries with eye drops, but I was still fatigued or tired. But now I feel great. I can go out the weekend, and this is a very, very important step of my life, because I was losing my friends.
Yes, because you're too tired to go out with your friends, correct?
Exactly. I was too tired, but now I can go out, and I have saliva. My body is producing tears. That's amazing because I'm not using my eye drops every day. That's a really, really amazing thing because my body is producing tears since I'm eating well.
How long have you been on this pretty strict diet from what we understand?
It's about to be 2 months.
Wow, that's pretty
I can
impressive.
say I'm very well every day of my life because, I mean, I be a liar. But I feel great like 80% of my days, of my week. So it's helping me.
That's awesome.
I think the most important change is I'm producing tears. I'm not using eye drops every day like before.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I also I'm practicing another thing like I meditate. I meditate maybe 3 days per week, and I am about to start yoga because it's part of your treatment. You can just do exercise and take medicine and eat well. You need to work on yourself. I talk to myself every night and I tell them, hey, you're healthy. You need to be healthy. You know how to train yourself, how to heal yourself.
No, I'm 100% a firm believer in a positive mindset. And
Yeah, it's very, very important to be positive. At the beginning, I was in panic. I was really scared. I talked to my family about it, to my boyfriend, to my friends, because people at the beginning, they thought I was lazy, just lazy.
Exactly.
And I couldn't explain, it's so lazy because I don't want to be on bed, but I have to. And now they all support me with food, with advices. That's important, the support of your family and friends and couple.
Yeah, I find that people, they don't really understand it. They think you're being lazy or you're making up your symptoms. It's hard for them to it's hard for them to understand what they can't see.
Really, yeah, it's really hard because you look like a normal person, but the fight is inside your body.
Correct.
It takes time to explain, and they notice that you have a disease, and this disease is going to be with all your life. So this disease needs you be your friend. It's going to be with you for your whole life.
Your best friend.
Yeah, more than your husband.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, another important thing is you need to try a lot of citrus. I try to eat breakfast with lemon, tangerines, orange, to get saliva, to help to produce saliva. And I add vitamin C powder too. That helped me a lot with saliva.
What is vitamin C power? Is it like a powder?
Yeah, it's a powder of vitamin C.
Do we have that here?
I don't think we've ever seen powdered vitamin C, but she would dig that. So having been on the diet for 2 months now, are you finding yourself with more energy so you can start incorporating more exercise?
Totally, yeah. I have felt great to work for a whole day because in the past I couldn't be on my office the whole day. I needed to come home and get rest. From 3 p.m. I had to leave my office, but now I can be the whole day.
Our last episode, we had a lady by the name of Diane Sanders on who is into the essential oils. And she was telling us...
Oh, yeah, I heard.
Oh, yeah, the grapefruit. How awesome is that?
Grapefruit, yeah, we have.
Yeah.
That's the difference with you guys in USA because we still have healthy food. I can eat totally sure I can eat corn because our corn, it doesn't have GMO, for example.
Important.
There you can eat corn.
Yeah, it's important to eat clean. You know, up here in America, we've over-farmed the land so much that we actually have to add minerals and nutrients into the soil so the plants can grow and provide those nutrients and minerals to us. It's insane what's even being farmed here doesn't have a lot of nutrition in it anymore.
Yeah, that's so sad. Colombia is not an industrialized country, so we have that advantage. We don't have like a lot of chemicals on our food yet. I say yet because I know, well, the world is changing. So in any moment of life, they're going to add chemicals. But now I know where to go to buy organic or real food. We have public markets and we have aborigines, indigenous.
Uh-huh.
They sell their food in the street. It's totally natural.
That's awesome.
It's entirely natural without chemicals. So I always buy my food in these streets or in the public market. And I make sure if I go to a commercial store, I make sure to read the label. And if they say gluten or contain gluten or soy or corn, I don't buy it.
Yeah, we started going to farmers markets more often to obtain produce. And here they pop up on the weekends and they're there for a day or two, but it's local farmers, locally grown, pretty much, fresh that day or if not, the day before. And some of the produce is really good.
Yeah, you need to take advantage of these things. I have gone to market there, organic market. Actually, I was on Boston last week, and I went to market to buy food, and I think I don't have trust enough on the food there, but I try and I found some nice food and restaurants of healthy food.
Obviously not fast food restaurants, but there are more and more restaurants popping up that are serving gluten-free, vegetarian, vegan menus, and we've gone to a couple locally, but it's they're few and far in between, but the food's really good and it's really fresh and helps with the diet.
I'm jealous because you guys have sweet potato. Sweet potato is the best food ever, like anti-inflammatory food. And we don't have sweet potato. We have, but it's difficult to find it. And there, it's everywhere.
I like sweet potato raw. How do you like to eat it?
I cook it, in the stove.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
With olive oil, extra virgin oil.
You're like frying it, a light fry, like a French fry, but sweet potato.
Yeah, like a French fry. The kale, what is the kale?
Yes.
It's awesome. It's awesome. You need to eat it every day. I love kale with lemon.
With lemon. You know what? I am learning a lot from you.
See? from my posting.
Yes. I didn't know that sweet potato was an anti-inflammatory because I actually love it. So, all right.
Yeah, because it contains vitamin C, vitamin C. And these vitamins together make the anti-inflammatory power.
You did your research after your Sjogren's diagnosis. You didn't know anything about the foods that you needed to eat before. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's correct. I didn't know anything about food. Anything.
So when are you going to be publishing your cookbook?
Well, that's a nice question. I would like... I'm still learning about it.
You're taking really good pictures of awesome looking food, and your story behind it, you should list them out with ingredients and cooking instructions and put it together in a book. And I'm sure, I mean, we would definitely buy it. I'm always struggling.
Will you buy my book?
Yes.
I would. I'm always struggling looking for new recipes to cook because, you know, especially like a day like today, for example, I'm up early. I work all day. We come home. We're recording this show, and it's going to be late when we're done. And it's easy to cook something fast that might not be as healthy or, you know, and putting together a recipe. I do enjoy cooking, but I like to take my time and I like to understand the chemistry of what's happening when you're cooking.
Exactly. But you do now after Sjogren diagnosed or before?
Oh, no, I enjoyed cooking before, but the way I cook and what I cook has changed once Lupe was diagnosed. You know, I was, you know, the meat and potatoes, you know, type of American where potato was my only vegetable for the most part. And now we are cooking with, you know, different ingredients than I'm used to cooking with. And I don't always make the best tasting food. It's consumable. But if I'm trying something new and it's my first time, you know, sometimes it just doesn't always work out. So having a guide or having a book is cool for me. I typically buy them digitally so I can, you know, scroll through it on my iPad while I'm in the kitchen cooking. But no, you should seriously think about doing that because your food does look awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. One thing I heard on Lupe's podcast is, Lupe, you love ice cream, no?
Yes, I do.
Well, yeah, I love ice cream too. And I have found here in my country ice cream stores without dairy, without sugar, without gluten. So I'm so happy because every time I want an ice cream, I just go to these stores and I buy my healthy ice cream.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, it is super good. I think it's with stevia.
Oh.
But you can look for this option on your city. Maybe you have. I tried in Boston because I found an ice cream store which made the ice cream by coconut milk and stevia.
Okay, that looks good. I mean, that sounds good.
We can have coconut or almond milk. It's no dairy.
Yes, you know what? I love almond milk. I don't drink regular milk anymore. We started buying almond milk.
Yeah.
I'm going to look into that.
Okay, I'm about to learn how to make almond milk by myself.
Wow.
Because I don't want to buy almond milk in a box anymore. So I'm reading about, so it's coming to my Insta.
Nice. That would be interesting.
Be sure to post it on your Instagram.
Okay. Yeah, I will for sure. I'm trying to not eating anything from boxes.
We do our best to get rid of anything processed as well. You're doing a really good job shining a light on Sjogrens. We love your Instagram feed. We're going to put a link to it in the show notes here.
It's Sjogren_Colombia.
Yeah. I'm the only one, I think, from Colombia because I don't know anyone in Colombia with Sjogren.
But it was a good idea that you created a page, you know, to educate people, you know, to reach out to people.
Trying to find people in Colombia because all my followers are from U.S. for another country, Panama, Chile, United States. But I wish to have followers from here. So that's the purpose. I want to help people with autoimmune disease, not just Sjogren, because Sjogren is one of the autoimmune disease, but there are lupus or fibromyalgia. So I want to help them.
Yeah, because inflammation's the common pain-causing part of all autoimmunes. Your recipes and what you're doing is really going to help a lot of people. That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's easily received. I mean, it's just buy the right food, buy the right ingredients, and it's easy to cook. It's really easy. It's not hard.
Please convince my wife of that.
It's because, you know what? I don't really like being in the kitchen cooking. I like him to cook.
Well, because you have your husband.
That's right.
Tells me, oh, I'm tired. Can you cook?
That's right. I would do it
too. See?
I would like to say that this autoimmune disease changed your life, but not in a bad way. I mean, you start to live because I feel now I have a purpose of my life is to help people. I feel so proud of myself, of my fight against this disease. And so I want to say to people that having sick is not always bad. It's not bad. You have to find the purpose on this situation of your life and try to help people because you were selected by God or by the thing you believe, because you're different, and that's important. You need to be more positive. You need to teach your family, your friends that it's not. There are things that are worth in life, like health and life.
And next time you come to America, be sure to come to California. I'd love to meet you.
Yeah, I want to. I was talking with my boyfriend about going to California because he knows about you guys, about Sjogren strong,
yes,
and about this autoimmune disease, and we want to go there. So, but I'm coming on January. But after January, I will make sure we go to California to meet you guys.
Yes.
I admire and I like how your husband supports you. That's amazing. As soon as I knew about you were a couple, I texted him and I say, "Oh my God!" I said to him, "I admire this couple."
Well, thank you.
He's amazing. He has made my life easier, and he's my support. I appreciate him very much.
Yeah.
Lorena is a prime example of what Sjogren Strong is all about. As mentioned in the show, she was recently diagnosed and left the doctor's office with no information. She reached out to us in a panic 2 days after being diagnosed, and we talked via a private message for hours. I remember telling her that changing her diet was key to feeling better. And what did she do? She learned all about anti-inflammatory foods and changed her diet. She then created a page on Instagram called Sjogren_Colombia, and she is now helping others. She posts pics of yummy looking foods and became a health coach of sorts. I find myself reaching out to her for recipe tips. Again, with an attitude of Sjogrens needs to be your friend, she is a great example of what we are trying to do with Sjogren Strong. I'm glad we connected on Instagram, and I can honestly say this is the beginning of a forever friendship. Go like and follow her page on Instagram. #We are stronger together. Until next time, sip constantly and stay hydrated.